joined by Sevens captain Philip Snyman. Thanks for your time today. Philip, so the World Series victory has been a long time coming. You guys have come painfully close the last few years. So just try and describe how finally achieving this dream has impacted the team and also on a personal level, how it's impacted you as a captain.
Yes, like you said, over the last couple of years, I think for the last 4 years, we came up second either behind Fiji or New Zealand. And I actually think we were tired of coming second. And the beginning of last year, or actually the beginning before the season, we had a long meeting and said, listen, we need to set some goals for ourselves. And I'm a firm believer that you must set some high goal, your standards must be high and your goals must be pretty big. And then we decided as a squad, listen, this year we want to go all the way, we want to win the series, we're not going to make any excuses. So the season started, and we started off the bang and winning the final in Dubai, and then unfortunately in our home tournament in Cape Town we lost out on winning that title, and overall played in 8 finals and winning 5 of that finals. So but it's been a long journey. It's not something that happened overnight. We've been working for the last 4 years, like I said, and just lucky that we get the rewards now.
So you're a product of Grey College. This is often described as the conveyor belt of rugby stars. After all these years, when you look back to that time, what kind of foundation did the school establish in your rugby career?
Yes, I was fortunate enough to go to Grey College. I was in boarding school from grade 3, so a little boy going into the big city life, into a big school. But I think everything started there. That's where my root lies, and Grey just taught me how to be humble, how to have a champion's mindset, but still be planted with both your feet on the ground. And I think that's important nowadays, not to get ahead of yourself and not to get too big for the game or anything, but everything that you have is just a blessing and something that is borrowed and can be taken away from you any given day. So I'm really happy with the way this season ended, but also know it's a blessing and it's really a privilege to be part of such an amazing squad.
So there are many young players that are looking up to you right now who hold their own Springbok dream. So you know the pressure of trying to chase that dream, especially when you start out from a school or club level. What kind of advice do you have for those players?
Yes, especially for the school kids. I think you must dream big and dream big and work hard and set high goals for yourself and sometimes I'm a firm believer that hard work will pay off, and I don't necessarily think like our team were the most talented guys in school or anything, but the guys were willing to work hard. Yeah, sure, you need to have a certain amount of talent to be successful, but also talent will only take you that far, and apart from that you need to work really hard, and it doesn't matter your circumstances. Sometimes life isn't fair, and sometimes you might take a different route to be successful or to get to your end goal, but it's up to you and it's your choice whether you want to make a success of your life or not.
Yeah, you speak about those disappointments. So especially for that player that hasn't been selected for Craven Week, is in matric now, what kind of advice do you have to persevere through those moments where things are pretty dismal?
Yes, there's a couple of our guys in our team that haven't played Craven Week. A guy like Chris Dry, he didn't play Craven Week. He's the second most capped player of all times of Springbok Sevens. He also missed out on the Olympic Games last year, so a massive disappointment for him. But then he showed this year, listen, what he's capable, what he's worth. So he have that never say die attitude. And this year he's been named in the World Sevens Dream Team. So missing out on a spot in South Africa team last year, now he's one of the best 7 players in the world. So I think that's a testimony for itself. And there's a lot of people from school, a guy like Peter van Zyl that plays scrum off for the Bulls. He went to Grey College with me. He played 3rd team in matric, and now he's a Springbok. So it doesn't matter where you play. You just need to be ready once the opportunity comes your way. I have a saying, it's not my saying, but a quote that I live by. I said, always an extra plate at dinner table, so when destiny knocks on your door, you can invite it in for dinner. So be ready, and once that opportunity comes, grab it with both hands.
So just lastly, Sevens is currently one of the fastest growing sports in the world, and you witnessed that when you were at the Olympics last year. So just give us some more insight as to what is being done to develop Sevens on a school and club level, and what your dream for sevens rugby in South Africa is?
Yes, sevens is growing at a really fast pace. I think especially for countries that's not necessarily competitive in 15-man, a country like Kenya or a country like the USA, and have really high goals or have high Olympic goals, and they want to be competitive, and they put a lot of athletes in their systems, and I think the rest of the world is doing the same, and they want to be competitive. So yeah, and I think for myself or for South Africa, I think we need to get more sevens tournaments all around South Africa, and especially at school level. And my dream for this country is maybe to one day to have a sevens series or sevens like a sevens league of South Africa, some that you have clubs playing there, and also maybe one or two players from overseas, like the IPL or something like that.
Thanks very much for your time and sharing some of your story with us.